Hello there. For those of you that have been following me for a while, you will have met my friend Lewis on some of the Zoom things we've done, some of the channeling work I've done. The reason why I'm saying this is I've taken myself away for the weekend to visit him in his crystal sanctuary, and I've realized some of you probably haven't seen this incredible place before. So I want to take you for a walk around here. I want to show you what some of the amazing things that he and I are working on. But just before I do that, Lewis, why don't you come along and say hello? This is my very dear friend Lewis.
Hello, everybody.
Lewis Purdy, spiritual engineer, we call him. You're about to see some of the fantastic, incredible, phenomenal things that he works on and builds. And do you want to say anything before I grab the camera back?
No, I'm just excited to have the opportunity to share with folks that might be interested in these energies, these constructions, because we're in a new year with all kinds of new possibilities.
Yeah, all kinds of possibilities. So, yeah, why don't I just get started? I'm going to flip the camera around if I can work out to do that, so just bear with me while I do that. There we go. All right, let's start over here. In fact, I'm not going to say anything. I just want to show you some of these things. And I hope you get a sense of the scale. Look at that. Look at that lovely rainbow coming off it. And all of these things that you're seeing, they're doing their own work. They're doing their own work, and Lewis has created these and built these from his own choice and volition. And other than me coming round here with my camera and sticking it round all these things, other than me, there's really not many people coming up here. And that's one of the things I really love about Lewis is that he's not doing any of this for, attention or gain like that, but really just for spiritual service and support to so many people that are not even going to know that it's being done. Just to give you an idea of size and scale here. All sorts of different intentions going on here. Here's a lovely piece for Archangel Michael. Some of these pictures you might be recognizing. And I will ask him just in a moment to take us through a couple of them in more detail. That is Hilarion there, of the Emerald Ray. And I'm nearly done with the circuit. There's plenty more in here, but I thought it'd be fun for Lewis to explain a little bit about a couple of these himself. So, without further ado, Lewis, I'm going to turn it round. Where would you like to start? Okay. So we're going to start over here. And Lewis, would you go and stand next to it so we can get a sense of scale of this thing?
Sure.
Right, that's how big this is. And so Lewis, I'm just going to kind of go into it.
Yeah, I'll talk about this.
Yeah, please.
So this is something called the Ascension Harmonics grid. This is its latest version. It's been something I've been working with for probably 15 plus years. The purpose of the grid is to really help anchor the blessings of multiple archangels, a lot of goddesses like Isis and Pallas Athena, Mother Mary, that sort of thing. A lot of the spiritual energies that connect to what I refer to as the 8 divine virtues, sort of the practical way of understanding what Christ consciousness looks like if we actually express it in the day-to-day world.
And we're looking at the
compassion.
we're looking at the top
Right.
row here.
Love and compassion, purity, hope, grace, unity, justice, things like that. So this whole grid is designed to help anchor these energies into the lower realms of Earth. Imagine if there was lines of light only connecting this grid to every single human being on the planet and supporting them in connecting that energy. So that's the purpose of this. And this was just newly updated and activated, particularly on this last winter solstice, 12/21/20, which was just such a huge energetic connection with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction and just so many things going on. So this is really probably the biggest, most active grid in this sanctuary.
Okay. Well, I could stand and look at this all day. Would you want to show us something else
Sure,
now?
just turn around, sir.
Turn around. Okay, here we go. Coming around here.
So this is something a little smaller. This is a grid called the Grid for Divine Connection. It particularly connects to the energy of Master Jesus, beloved Metatron. It connects to Saint Germain. It connects to the energy of the Buddha. And it's specifically designed to help support humanity and particularly the leaders of the planet in realms political, military, organizational, religious, and really connecting to their higher aspects, their higher aspirations, their higher capabilities, and bringing that through in terms of what they do in day-to-day life. So, for example, this grid has been very active in this whole transition between the Trump administration and the Biden administration. A lot of things happening as we're going into 2021. This grid has been very active to help connect to the highest and best we're capable of and bring it through.
You want to just say anything about the sigils there and the use of the coins?
Sure. So when I work with these crystal grids, I use a lot of different symbols and materials to help anchor these energies, into the lower worlds of Earth, into human minds and hearts. So I use silver because it connects to the yin energy, the feminine principle, the idea of intuition, the moon. It's also a great purifier. This particular grid has 7 times 7 silver coins representing the 7 planes of the 7 heavens. It's just, again, a way of representing the divine energy within all of us. The sigils, I have the symbol for Mother Earth because we're literally anchoring this energy into the earth. I have the sigils for beloved Metatron, for Pythases, one of the angels that's helping Gaia animate the earth right now. Also, for any of you who have followed some of the things that Josh and I have done last year, the whole idea of the illuminator of worlds coming in as of 12/21/20, this idea of an unfolding Christ Buddha consciousness, really helping humanity be its best. That's what that grid's about. And then finally, I wanted to show you something that literally has just been engineered as in like the last 2-3 days. So Josh was coming to the sanctuary, and we're going to be doing some group work later today. So they being the spiritual folks that work with me, they gave me the design for something that they're referring to as a temporal resonator. So imagine that all of us are in time, past, present, future, linear flow, trying to get through this life. Imagine if you had a grid to support you in connecting to the spiritual guidance of your true spiritual consciousness that was outside of and beyond time. This grid's meant to do that. And we could go into the symbolism, but the bottom line is this is like a giant spiritual antenna, which will help the 4 of us to gather later today and do some spiritual work. I'm very excited. It involves silver and magnets and the flower of life and sigils for various archangels. It's just going to be a neat experience. And again, literally, this was brought into my consciousness like 3 days ago and just built. So this is quite literally hot off the press.
All right. So why don't I just give you one more spin of the room. I'm gonna turn around. Pretty cool, isn't it? So I might get a few more photos and so on. We'll do some work in here in the next couple of days. For you guys who follow me on Patreon, I thought it'd be fun to do a bit more in-depth work with the Temporal Resonator tomorrow. We haven't picked a time, but I will. I will. And and we'll get into that in a bit more detail. But really for now, just wanted to take the opportunity to show you. Some of you haven't seen it, and it is as amazing as it looks in here. it is. There's never a dull moment in this room. Let's just say that much. So, well, I'll say cheerio for now. God bless.
Take care.
Take care. And some of you, I'll see you tomorrow. And if you want to know more about what's in here, this is not the last time I'm ever going to come here. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Good. Okay, so have a wonderful rest of the day. See some
bless
of you
everybody.
tomorrow.
Bye-bye.